Welcome again to High School Sports Talk. I'm Harry Bernstein. This sport may have started when someone cut the bottom out of a peach basket and tacked it up on the wall and threw a ball through it. It's basketball. We'll be right back with boys basketball. We're back. We're here at JFK High School with the boys basketball coach, Chris Banos, and one of his players, guard Kyle Alvarez. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Coach, tell us a little bit about your team this year.
We have a strong nucleus of kids coming back from last year, led by Kyle. He was our leading scorer last year, but we had a lot of kids get a lot of playing time last year, so they have a lot of experience, and it's shown so far. We're off to a 5-3 start. And we've been playing pretty well in all the games, just hopefully to keep it going throughout the whole entire year.
Now, Kyle, you just had a recent win over Bishop R, I read in the paper. Tell me a little bit about how that game went.
That was a great game. We really fought through the whole way, and it was a great win because we haven't beat Bishop R in I don't know how many years. So it was a real team win.
Is that the way you saw the game?
Yeah, I mean, they jumped out on us early. We didn't panic. We just kept chipping away, and we made a big run. And then in the end, we were able to hold on and get the victory.
Cool. Your basketball hero growing up and/or right now is who and why?
Well, it has to be my father because he put basketball into my life right when I was a little kid.
Oh, yeah?
And ever since then, he's been at every game telling me what to do, what I did wrong, and how to make it better every single game of my life. So.
Did he play high school sports?
Yeah, he played actually at Colonia High School.
Oh, okay. And what were the main things that he has given you skill-wise to think about growing up?
Definitely my tenacity and heart, just the love of the game. He really drilled that into me, and just to never give up.
Okay, and is that the way you see your guard here? A lot of tenacity?
Yeah, Kyle's been with us for 3 years, and he started off as a sophomore. We basically threw him into the starting lineup right away, and he took his lumps, but now he's shown a lot of leadership, and he definitely plays hard. I'll give him that. He's very tenacious, willing to do anything for the team to win.
Well, let me ask you both. I'll start with you first, Kyle. If your team wins a game, what do you learn? But if you were to lose a game, do you learn something different? Or is it the same kind of an experience one way or the other? You're always looking at how to improve.
Well, we're definitely always looking at what we can improve on and how to make the team better. But I think when you lose a game, you really see people's character, how they deal with it. Certain people don't take losing as well as others, but the way our team does it, we have a really short-term memory. When we lose, we brush it off and get right to the next game.
I like the way he says that. What's your feeling about the difference between winning and losing?
Well, as a coach, obviously you always want to win, but sometimes the message is heard a little bit clearer when you lose. You tell them they didn't do something right, but they won, so it's hard. But like Kyle said, we try and win or lose. Think about it for the rest of the night and then move on to the next day, because you try and treat each day as its own individual game.
Right. Kyle, let me ask you a question. I'm going to show you this picture. What does this mean to you? What does it say to you? What do you feel when you see it? This is Bill Walton going back a few years, making a big, tough rebound here. What does this say to you?
That shows me just tenacity. Just the whole game it really shows you what it's like to play basketball and how hard it is to go out there and do what we do every night.
Okay, that's good. What does this say to you, Coach?
It shows me that obviously Bill Walton's one of the greatest players of all time, and just pretty much a reason why. Because if you can get a rebound through two guys, it means you want it more than they do. And when you have talent and you want it more than the other person, you're going to go a long way.
Good answers, both of you. Very good. Coach, what adjustments do you make during the game as you're watching what's going on out there, depending on who the opposition is, of course? What kind of adjustments are made when you bring them in a huddle? What do you do? What do you say?
Depending on what's going on, like, for example, if we're not shooting well from the outside, we try and get them to get the ball inside and, start closer, and then we can work our way out. Maybe the shots get easier if we pound it inside. Or if, for example, let's say Kyle's not shooting the ball well, maybe he needs to get to the foul line, just to slow things down. Defensively, if we have a way we guard someone and it's not working that day, then we have to adjust, and maybe he's not hitting his jump shot so we can back off him, or if he is hitting his jump shot, we have to get on him and get extra help through it. But it's basically just on a ebb and flow of the game. We gotta just adjust as it's going along.
See what's going on. Now this next question, I think I kind of know the answer from you by just talking to you this brief little time, but how do you get yourself psyched up for a game?
Just knowing that there's a game.
Early in the morning when you get out of bed the day of a game, are you already starting to get psyched?
I'm thinking about it the night before.
Okay.
I can't even sleep. I'm so excited for the game. I just can't wait for that open tip-off.
Does a coach get psyched too, or do you have to keep calm the night before?
I try and keep calm, but getting to coach these guys, you want to show up, you want to be at the games, you want to be at the practice. They're fun to be around. So sometimes you come to a team, they're not fun to be around. They don't play hard for you, but being around these guys. So this year it's been very easy to come to games and practices. And as a coach, you try not to get too high and too low. But I'm an emotional guy just like these guys are. So sometimes I do get really psyched for the games and stuff like that.
And it's just part of what happens.
It's just part of what happens.
Yeah. Now, as we're talking here today, I see the wrestlers next to us are working out, doing their wind sprints. What is conditioning like for you, especially in the beginning of the season? I mean, playing the game, I know you're up and back, but what kind of conditioning do you do?
In the beginning, we try and beat them up pretty good. Our coach, our JV coach, played football at Rutgers, so he takes a lot of the stuff that he did back with us. So we basically try and not overtrain them, but get them to the point where the games are easy.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of that. Once we get into the season, we kind of calm down a little bit. Like for example, we played this past week. We played 4 games, so we didn't want to beat them up too much, and they wouldn't have any legs. But basically, conditioning within the game.
Now, do you do sprints like on the gym floor up and back, or are you out on the track early in the season?
We did that one time, but for the most part, it's on the court. Trying to put them into game situations.
You get that new track out here, you might want to be going out on it, right?
Maybe, yeah.
I hear it's going to look pretty nice.
Yeah.
So you're conditioning in the off season in the summer. What are you doing basketball-wise?
Well, I'm in the weight room mostly every other day, and I just try to do as much as I can to make myself better.
Okay. Coach, last question. What's the ideal attitude? I think you got a player right here with the ideal attitude, but what's the ideal attitude for a player to have?
Well, one that's never satisfied. Look at any good athlete, Michael Jordan's, and even though they won 1 ring, they want 2. I want 3, I want 4. So if you have that kind of tenacity inside you, it's going to take you a long way.
Always be hungry.
Always be hungry.
Yeah. Is that the way you are? Your dad and your coach have you always hungry for more and more and more?
Yep. Of course.
What's your favorite thing to do out on the court? Make a good pass, make a good drive, or get a good long shot? Or a jump shot close in?
Just anything that really gets the fans into it. I like the atmosphere when it's loud, and our home fans are really into the game and enjoying it.
All right. Well, listen, I want to thank you both as we're taping here today. You guys are off to a nice start, it sounds like. And pleasure meeting you. Keep on keeping on. And good luck to the JFK High School boys basketball team. Good luck to you in the rest of the season. And we'll be right back with another team. Don't go away.
Hi, how are you doing today?
What looks good?
Our special today is shrimp scampi. It's been sitting around for about a week.
Excuse me, what time are you guys leaving? We're gonna rob your house tonight.
Don't you wish there were warnings to protect you from life's risks? With diabetes, there is one. It's called A1C, a simple blood test that helps measure your risk of serious complications. Learn more at diabetesaonc.org.
And we're back. We're here at Colonial High School talking to the two members of the basketball team, the two guards, the two starting guards. We have Chase Barnes on my left, and we have James Corbett on my right. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hello.
And your coach, Chris Chiera, was nice enough to have you guys come down and talk to us today. Could you tell us a little bit about your team? Tell us how the guys are doing and how you feeling about the team so far this year.
Okay. We're starting off good so far. We gotta play against a couple of tough teams.
Yeah, you have
Next.
East Brunswick coming up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you take on a pretty good team like East Brunswick without giving too many secrets away?
Well, we're all about D, so we'll come out there with a defensive game plan. Hopefully we could win.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll be thinking more about defense even than offense
Yeah.
to try to keep them from scoring.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What about you? What are you thinking about with East Brunswick?
You know, just throwing different defenses at them, just running up and down the court, you know, trying to get them tired. Because we're good in the fourth quarter. Like, we beat Woodbridge Young. They were just on their knees, on their hips, you know, gasping for air, and we're just ready to go.
So you guys are in good shape. So you'll go into a zone and then you'll go man to
Yeah,
man.
go
You'll
man.
change back and forth to throw them off.
Yeah.
Right. And East Brunswick, are they known for any particular thing? What do they got? Shooting guards or what are they?
Yeah, they could all shoot, you know.
Yeah.
And they just play very fundamental.
Right. And then you have another big game coming up after that, undefeated St. Joe's, right?
Yeah.
Now they have a couple players that are really, I guess, outstanding from what I've been reading in the paper.
Yes.
What would you do against them? Same kind of thing? We try to confuse them, or?
Yeah, and just play hard. Just
Yeah.
play hard, you know. Try to keep Carl Towns in front and just...
This fella Townsend, I mean, he's
Yeah.
really doing a lot of scoring. Would you try to box him out, or what? What can you do against a guy like that?
We're gonna try our best to play defense on him, front him in the post,
Mhm.
make sure he don't get nothing easy.
Mhm.
Everything he gotta earn.
Okay. Well, sounds good. Well, Chase, can you tell me a little bit about the rest of the team?
Yeah, our starting five is Pat Naguib, forward, Charlie Caver, our center, Jordrell Thompson is our small forward, me, Chase Barnes, our point guard, and James is our shooting guard. And off the bench, we have Chris Aletti, Chris Hanville, Des Jackson, Jalen Dawkins, Dan Zelink, Brandon Haynes, and Parza A-Rod.
Okay. Now, you guys said that you're in pretty good shape as a team, like you like to get into the fourth quarter. And how did you all get in such great shape that you can run a team down by the fourth
It
quarter?
all started in practice. Coach make us run a lot. And, we run till we tired. So when the fourth quarter comes, we won't be tired.
Were you originally thinking, what does this have to do with basketball, this constant running?
Yeah.
Did that ever enter your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah. But now you know?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're really in very, very good shape. Do you run up and back on the
Yeah,
court, or
up
you're
and-
outside on the track?
Up and down on the court, like doing a suicide in 30 seconds. And if we can't do that, we have to run it again.
Well, what's a suicide?
It's like going back and forth, foul line to half court,
Mm.
and then back to the baseline, and then back to the other foul line, then to the baseline, then back to that baseline.
Like a
Like
shuttle
coming back.
run type
Yeah, like
thing.
a shuttle run.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Let me ask you a question. What does this picture of Bill Walton bringing down a rebound, maybe throwing a few elbows to get some space, Chase, what does this mean to you?
Just being very aggressive since there's a double team right there, and trying to look for the open man for a three. It looks like it's at the end of the game since everybody's up in the crowd, just standing up, so it looks like a good game to me.
Okay,
I like
interesting. James?
As Chase said, he's very aggressive. He's very aggressive with the ball. He's trying to look for his teammates, and this.
That's it. He's
Yeah.
he's getting himself set
Yeah.
to do the next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you guys, since you're guards, as a guard, what is your goal when you go into a game? I mean, it's different than the center or the forwards. What's your goal?
I try to look for my teammates get the ball before I even score.
Mhm.
I try to eliminate my turnovers, and just try to
Make good passes.
make good passes and handle the ball well.
Yeah. Okay. And what's your relationship with your fellow guard here? I mean, you're looking for each other? Or
Yeah, we
you-
are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
we
been
always-
playing together since last year. I started as a freshman. He started as a sophomore.
That's when you first met,
Yeah,
was
that's when-
last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we just been playing good ever since.
What's
from
your
a young
goal
age.
when you get into a game? I mean, I guess it's different each game, but what's your basic goal as a guard?
Well, just to find my teammates and play good defense, just like Coach said. Everything comes from defense. Our defense creates our offense.
Defense creates a good offense. Okay. What does this game teach you about yourself?
It teaches me about everything.
Hard work,
Hard work.
running up and down the court
yeah.
all the time. And
Yeah.
what does hard work get you?
It gets me through a lot of things in life. Like,
Does it make a difference whether you win or lose? Let's say you worked really hard, but you lose a game. Did you still get some benefit from it?
yes. I think.
In what way? What did you get out of it?
Well, you gotta do it. You have to sacrifice what you have to do for your team to win, or, like, so if I didn't have a good game, you could say that me slacking in the game helped my team lost. So I try to work hard on every possession to help my team win.
All right. So if you go out in the work world years from now, you gotta work with the people you're working with to hold your end up. What about you? What do you get out of this as a life lesson playing this sport?
Just working hard. Even if you lose, you gave it your 100%, and that it'll take you good in like after high school, going into college, and getting a job. So.
Okay. Who's your basketball hero? Who do you look up to? Who would you like to be like?
I look up to Carmelo Anthony. I've been watching him ever since I was young, and my dad just put me in front of the TV and just watch him play. So it was.
Well, speaking of Carmelo, as we're taping here today, he had a big game last night.
Yeah.
Suddenly they're on a 5-game winning streak when it looked like the Knicks were going downhill. What do you think's going to happen to these Knicks?
Well, hopefully they start playing defense. They've been letting up a lot of points, but they just gotta keep on playing hard.
Let Carmelo score and everybody else play defense, and maybe a little JR put the ball in from 3-point range, and that would help.
Yeah, that'll help. But
Yeah.
it's okay.
What about those Nets? Anybody a Net fan that you know?
No.
Nobody's for the Brooklyn Nets. No. You're a Knick fan also?
No.
No. Who do you like?
I like Miami Heat.
Oh, okay. And your hero then is
LeBron.
because?
He's the best.
Do you think he's the best of all time? You probably don't remember Michael Jordan,
Well,
but
no.
you've heard.
Yes. Well, Michael Jordan is the best of all time, but right now, LeBron is the best.
There's nothing that LeBron can't do.
Yeah.
He's a guard. He could be a center. He could be a
Yeah.
forward. He shoots. He rebounds. He steals. He dribbles. Everything. It's amazing. When he was in high school, he was like a pro. It was
Yeah, came straight from high
it was
school.
unbelievable. Well, listen, gentlemen, thank you very much. Good luck to all the teams you're going to play. Keep on keeping on to the Colonia Patriots basketball team. Thanks for sharing with us. And we'll be right back with another basketball team. Stay with us.
Personal foul? Inactive activities on a glorious day. Huh? Let's get out there and play!
Sweet.
Freeze!
When do I get to be in? Uh-oh.
Frozen people can't talk.
PLA.
There are lots of great play ideas online, but don't stay too long.
And we're back. We're here at Woodbridge High School talking to the boys basketball coach, Matt Giello, and one of his players, Josh Olawokere. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. I happen to have caught your first game against Carteret, and Coach, I was very impressed with the athleticism of your team. I mean, they fly, they move, they run, they work hard, they jump, rebound. That must have been a pleasure to see when you first started out at the beginning of this season.
Yeah, I thought we had a good preseason. We played against some really good competition. The kids, were really working hard, and correlated into our first couple games of the season. We are very athletic. We can defend, and we have some guys that can put the ball in the basket on a given night.
Now, you had one major injury? Did I hear about
Yes,
that?
our 6'6" center, Andrew Hughes, is a senior. He went down about a week before our first game. We didn't think it was something serious with his knee, but it turned out being after the MRI a torn ACL, and our seniors miss him, our team misses him. He had a great off season, and you know, we feel really bad for him. But he's been rooting us on. He's been at games, and you know, he's missed.
Tell me about a little bit about the other guys on the team. How are you satisfied with their ability, their attempts to make up for that loss?
Yes, I am. I think we do have the pieces to make up for that loss. It's just you know, right now we're trying to find that right rotation, that you know, the right combination of players right now to fill that hole. But we have all the pieces here. You know, we have 4 great seniors that are leading this team right now, and you know, in addition to some, you know, we have some freshmen, some sophomores, some juniors. So we have a bunch of different classes, you know, that are up with the varsity. So it's just a matter of finding that right mix. But you know, we'll get it figured out.
Right. Now, Josh, how do you get up for a game the morning of a game? Do you start thinking about it? Are you getting psyched all day, or do you wait till that time when you lace up the sneakers and get yourself all pumped up?
Well, actually, yeah. I know that every day, whenever we have a game, I just know that, like, I got to stay positive. Also, at the same time, I got to get myself hydrated, get Gatorade, get water, whatever I need to do. Also get a good night's rest, because also I have school during the day, and then after that, that's when I have to get ready for game time.
Is it easy to sleep the night before a big game? Because the game isn't until 3, 4 o'clock, whatever. So, I mean, is it easy to sleep the night before?
Well, normally it is, but like there are times where, like, I feel like there's some pressure in this game. Like, there's going to be a big game. I know it's going to be some good players. I know we're going to have good opponents. So sometimes we're like, I worry a little bit, but normally I'm fine when I go to bed. So.
And there are a lot of good opponents out there. It was a tough time to lose the 6'6" player because there's a lot of good teams around. So,
yes, sir.
Let me ask you, Josh, where did you first get interested in basketball? Where did this come from, this love for this game?
I guess I could say the time where I started loving basketball was when I was probably in elementary school. Most people would say like they started playing when they were 4 or 5, but like no, I really started liking the game when I was like in elementary school. I know like around like when LeBron was getting drafted around there, I used to like really enjoy the game. Like, all right, this guy's really cool, really athletic. Like he made me like watching the game, and then maybe started out making me watch the game and play more. So
what was it that happened? You just were like entranced with it, or?
Yeah, I just like fell in love with like the high flying athletes, the alley-oop dunks, the clutch buckets at the end of the game, buzzer beaters. So yeah, it was just very.
So then you started going out on the playground, or just getting in some games.
Yeah, pretending like as if I was like Ray Allen or something like that, like hitting the last second shot, 3, 2, 1, just throwing it, whatever goes in, like whatever happens, happens.
All right. What about you, Coach? Where'd you get your love of this game?
So I didn't actually start playing until I was probably about 7th grade. I was in the CYO league, and Dad, you know, said he should give it a try, and you know, I liked it ever since. Played in high school. I was fortunate enough to play Division III in college.
Really?
And I wanted to, you know, just stay with the game and you know, be a part of it any way I can. And you know, coaching was that outlet to do that, and you know, I love it.
Right. I'm going to ask you both. I'll start with you, Josh. Tell me about the jump shot. Let's say you're driving in, you get to the foul line, and you feel the opportunity. Describe what does your body do to make that jump shot work?
I guess I can answer that question. And I guess like when I drive to the basket and I pull up for a jump shot, normally I feel like I need to jump as high as I can, even though I really think there's a low chance of them blocking the shot. But I just jump as high as I can and just try and follow through and get inside the basket.
Show me the follow through. What does it look like? What does your hand do?
Well, I normally have my left hand guide and I keep it over my head, so I just let it fly.
Okay, let it fly. And how would you coach the jump shot?
You know what? There's a million ways to coach a jump shot. You know, every kid has his own form and way he's learned it. Or you know, the bottom line is, you know, keep the elbow in, hold the follow through. You know, I teach keeping it on your fingertips, and you know, be confident in your shot. I mean, everyone's has a crazy looking shot, but if it goes in, it goes in, and that's all that really matters.
Whatever works for them. Yeah. And you do want the ball on the fingertips, not in the palm. Okay. Coach, what is the ideal attitude that you want to see in a new player when he steps on the court to come out for Woodbridge High School basketball?
That's a very good question. And actually, this year we do have a lot of young players with us. And, what I look for, in a young kid is just that, their hunger to come to practice every day, they, come to work, make sure they're on time, willing to accept, criticism and accept, things from upperclassmen and junior seniors. If they tell them to do something, they listen, and learn from them as well as me and my staff, and just not worry about making mistakes because you're young, and just have a positive attitude and keep working. And if they do that, once they're here as freshmen, and even when they're sophomores, they keep doing that by juniors and seniors, and they maintain that attitude. They should have a successful career here.
So it's just like being in the classroom. You want a real student of the game. You want them to be a learner.
I want to be a learner. I want them to, like I said, have a positive attitude. If the coach tells you to do something, you don't question, don't talk back, just do it. And we're all in this together, and that's the kind of mentality and attitude that breeds winning and success.
Okay. Josh, final question. At the time that we're taping this right now, the Knicks they just lost yesterday, but they ran off about 5 games in a row against some pretty good competition, and the Nets went over to London and started winning some games. They should probably stay in London and play. What do you think about these Knicks and these Nets this year?
Well, it's a crazy ride. I know that for a fact. I used to be a Knicks fan sometimes when I was younger. Like I used to love the Knicks because they're nearby. Obviously, but I'm a Knicks fan. I can rep them easily. But now it seems like it's harder and harder to say that. Like now you're a Knicks fan. But like at the same time, when you're thinking that they're gonna lose, sometimes they win to go on a little streak, and it just feels like you don't even know what the outcome could be. Like they could be 500, they could have a winning record. So.
You like Carmelo?
Yeah, I love Carmelo a lot.
He can play that game. Gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for sharing with us. Good luck to the Barons the rest of the way. Everybody, thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with another sport. My name is Harry Bernstein for High School Sports Talk. Make it a great day.